Hello friends, I'm Chandekar and I'm here to share my experience of a DevOps only, like what I generally use to day life, what all those things I cover up, what all the tasks I have, what all those things, real challenges have I've been facing. So have you wondered what a DevOps engineer actually does do all day? So it's been about writing a code, or there's lots of things to do. Let's dive into this day-to-day life of a DevOps engineer. I'm just sharing my real-time experiences as I'm a practitioner DevOps engineer. Okay, so what we are going to see in this particular video, like what does a DevOps engineer do? A typical day of a DevOps engineer life. Okay, and the challenges on the reward for this roles. So whether you are considering a career in DevOps or just curious about what does we do, this video is all about you. So just let me talk about what does a DevOps engineer is. So basically, a DevOps engineer bridges the gap between developments and operations team. What generally happens, there's a manual process, lots of developer pushes their code, then it go to testing, then that manual testing takes a lots of time, and then it go to production. There's a long use cycles we generally have in this part. So DevOps generally focuses on the automations like creating CI/CD pipeline and ensuring the smooth deployments on into this particular part. So if I talk about my key responsibility, so I have to do the things like automating repetitive tasks, like managing infrastructure as a code like with the we have multiple tools like Terraform, we have IAC's tools, multiple tools we have. Okay, we have to also ensure like system reliability and scalability are they running or not. Then we have to having collaborations with developers and the IT team. Okay, so if I talk about a day, like if I am starting my day, if I talk about the monitoring routines, what we generally used to do. So we have to just check the monitoring tools. Okay, starting the day by checking the monitoring tools like Prometheus, Grafana, and the Cloud. Look for any system outage or high CPU usage or failed deployments. Okay, then we have a daily stand-up meetings like attending some meeting with the teams to discuss ongoing tasks and blocks. So, like example, I'm working on automating the development pipelines for the new features. So I will be discussing what I am going to develop by today self. Okay, then coming we start working with the CI/CD pipeline. We update the CI/CD Jenkins pipeline to include new tasks and the security checks. Okay, like if I talk about something example, so adding a new ability scan steps the tool using Trivi. Like we have to implement a new things for the security purposes so that the data can be all secure. So no harmware, no malware can attack, and the smooth flow working should be there. And in between this, we have to also do the troubleshooting issues like debugging a failed deployment or resolve a server issue. Sometimes it generally happens like somewhere the code gets burst. Okay, so we have to just look into the troubleshooting parts like Kubernetes. Sometimes pods go into the multiple status we have in the pending state, in the content unknown state. Then some error comes up, we have to look into this particular error, we have to troubleshoot onto a day-to-day daily basis. Okay, so we have to also check why there's a Kubernetes pod crashed last night. We have to just check the logs, we have to look into this particular things too. Okay, then if I talk about moving towards, we have to also look into the tools like infrastructure as a tool, like writing and updating Terraform or Ansible scripts to manage the cloud infrastructures. Like we have to minimize the cost. Okay, there's a cloud infrastructure which we have created, but our goal is to generally to minimize the cost, how much we can minimize the cost, because we are a DevOps engineer. Not only deployments matter, we have to troubleshoot, like the cost optimization is one of the biggest factor we have to look into this particular deployment as a DevOps engineer. Okay, then we have to also collaborate with the developers. Like we have to need have developers for containerization their application using Docker. What generally happen? Developers generally write their code into React and like front end or what else. So we have to convert that particular application into a Docker part so that we can create a deployment, code builds parts. Then we get the particular images we get. Then we launch the Kubernetes pod with it, and we have to check everything. We have to attach PVCs, and we have to check the logs if the these new deployed services are running fine or not. So after doing all this, if I talk about the end of the day, like it's our whole journey of the deadline. And if I talk about the endings of the day, or we generally say EOD, we have to some about documentation is the thing, like update documentation of new process or tools, what we have learned, what we have done so far into this particular things. And sometimes if I talk about example, like writing a guide how to use a new CI/CD pipeline, someone a new person is coming, like suppose I'm working on the SQL migrations part. or some migrations platform cloud to zero cloud. So we have to do note down everything, each and everything, what steps we have done, so that if a new DevOps engineer is joining, so he or she can just go through the processing part. Okay, so this was all about the DevOps, a day-to-day, like what I generally do into my day-to-day life. What all those things are just troubleshoots and this. And if I talk about the challenges faced by me, like as a DevOps engineer, so like we have to just look about the new tools and technologies are released frequently. So like Kubernetes updates every month, and we have to be updated every month, and we have to look into those features. We have to look into the security part. Then being on call for the productions issue can be stressful sometimes. What happens, certainly there's a blast into the productions part, the code or deployment gets failed, so we have to sometimes a server went down, so we have to be on call responsibility, certainly someone calling, so we have to look into this on an urgent basis. Okay, then if I talk about the balancing and speed and stability, so like we have to need to also ensure the faster deployments without compromising system stability, like how we can roll out new version, and if something there's an error got in the new version, so how quickly we can roll back all those things. Okay, this comes into the basically challenges we generally face. And if I talk about why DevOps is regarding a career, like many of you, I got the comments, I got the things like, can we just start our career? Why this is why we should start the career? Many my colleagues are moving toward full stack role. See, if I talk about DevOps is a high demand in the market. Okay, DevOps engineers are among the most southful and after professional in the tech, because they manage everything, like cloud infrastructure, then they manage their whole services deployment. So this are the some about the main matters we generally have. If I talk about impactful work, so you play a key role in delivering software that users love. Okay, you have to not make the website downtime, we have to distribute the loads and traffic, so there are lots of things, but you once you dip down into this, you're definitely gonna enjoy this DevOps world. Okay, and we it's also have a continuous growth. You just continuously troubleshooting and just enjoy the things you started learning new thing on a daily basis. Okay, so if I talk about something about the conclusion, so like a DevOps engineer, a day mixing of coding, troubleshooting and collaborations, like it's challenging but highly rewarded as a career. Right now in the market, there's a lots of job for the DevOps engineer also. So I would suggest to start your career into the DevOps engineer and start moving to the DevOps, explore DevOps. You will get a playlist in my YouTube video. You can just search for the Charan Devkar and you will get the DevOps playlist I have created for the Docker, Kubernetes. I have make the videos on that particular tools and technologies also. So hope if you enjoy this video, guys, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech videos. Got question? Drop about DevOps, so you can just drop into the comment below. Thanks for watching this video. If you like the video, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching this video.